Hello, everybody. Sorry for the delay if you've been waiting. Got kind of sidetracked. First and foremost, I want to say happy Thanksgiving to all my friends here in the States, all my viewers, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody, even if you don't celebrate it. Forget about the pilgrims and all of that, and let's just concentrate on giving thanks for what we have and what we've had, and for future opportunities to have plenty more things to say thanks for. Now, I'm going to touch a few subjects. First, if you can see, the title says 1123. Now, why did I put that? Well, Trump did this Thanksgiving tradition basically that all presidents do every Thanksgiving, which is they get two turkeys and then they pick one that they're going to eat and one that gets let go. That kind of reminds me of the wheat and the tares kind of thing. I'm not sure if there's a deeper meaning to it. And the name was Corn and Cobb. And I believe Corn got saved and Cobb didn't. At least I think that's how it works. They call it a pardon. So he pardoned a turkey, whatever that means. Now, that word, that name, turkey, I think it's one of the few animal names that have the word key in it, just like monkey. I don't know if there's any more besides turkey and monkey. I wonder why they have the word key. Monkey, I could understand based on that theory that we basically evolved from monkeys, if there's any truth to that. So I wonder what turkey has to do with it, besides the whole pilgrim thing. Now, hey Suzanne, how you doing? So it was on 11/23, and 23 means death or transition. So it was also interesting that the same day when he was doing the whole turkey tradition thing, he let Biden and his administration get the transition money that he was not allowing them to get because he's still trying to prove voter fraud. So I thought it was interesting that on the 23, which means death or transition, that he started the transition process. Now, before this whole election thing, I was 100% sure that Trump was going to win or at least stay in power one way or another. And it's still possible. I wouldn't say I'm 100% anymore. I would say I'm more like 80% sure that it's still going to happen. Um, I've heard some news that he's close to turning one of the states that supposedly Biden won and turning it over to him. So I think once he turns one state over, most likely the rest are gonna fall like dominoes, and I'm sure that has to do with if that happens, he's gonna have to prove voter fraud, which is gonna be interesting. What are they gonna do if he could prove it? Is there gonna be any arrests? what's going to be the punishment for this kind of thing. Hey, some spread lies, other knows the truth. Who is who? Hope you're doing well. So yeah, let's see where this all goes. That's what I found interesting on November 23rd here. Another thing that happened here. I don't know if you guys heard of the monolith that they found in Utah. Hey Bright, how you doing, man? I don't know if they're gonna make it void or not. I don't really know what's gonna happen. I think it's gonna eventually end up in the Supreme Court, and then it's gonna get real nasty. But we'll see. They've thrown a couple curveballs at me, so I really don't know what to expect. But I don't. I think with all this hype, I highly doubt Trump is just gonna concede very easily. Not that he's done it easily till now, but I think he's gonna fight all the way till the last day. So we'll see where that goes. So let me go back to the monolith in Utah. So I've seen a couple of videos on it, and I also saw one of the people I subscribe to. It's called the Leak Project. He went over there. Doesn't look like anything alien. It looks like something that somebody did. Why they put it there, I don't know. I know everybody thought of the 2001 Space Odyssey, which ties back to the monkeys and evolution. Now, I also read an article earlier today that supposedly that's been there for years already because they looked at the Google Earth images and it was already there, or something that looks like it was there on 2016. So if you look at it, it's like a triangular prism. I think it's what it is. Um, Sorry, I was reading the comments. So I heard also it's supposed to be facing north. And another thing I found interesting, the news came out on November 18th. That's when it was first reported that those people in the helicopter saw the sculpture or monolith, whatever you want to call it. So, first thing I did was do some math like usual, and I found this interesting. So, if you add up the numbers, give me a second here, I'm trying to post it here on the screen. You get the magic number 33 if you add up 1 plus 1, which is for the 11th month, November, and 1 plus 8 for the 18th, and then 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 0 for 2020. So that was the first thing I did. Um, Whether it's aliens or not, we obviously know it's put there for a reason. You know, their little fucking favorite numbers on it. Another thing that I found interesting about it, the the coordinates. Well, the ones that are in Wikipedia, I'm not sure if they're the exact coordinates or not. But if you add up I believe it's the longitude. If you were to add up every number, sorry, not add up. If you were to multiply the numbers, um, removing the zeros, you get this number. So it's not the 144,000, but it's close enough. Sorry, Bright. Like I told you before, I have a really hard time understanding when you type. If Suzanne or anybody here knows what Bright is typing, please let me know because I'm kind of lost. So we'll see what happens with that whole thing. I think they're definitely getting us subconsciously ready for some type of alien event. Add zero? You mean like add the rest of the zeros? Let me know what you're trying to say, Bright. So we'll see what happens with the whole election thing. The next thing coming up, at least for us here, I don't know about in the UK, but here the estimate for the vaccine is going to be on the 10th of December. Supposedly they're going to be given to first responders first. In my state, the governor said that he's not going to make it mandatory. But then I read this article saying that since we're under a national emergency, the attorney surgeon general is the one who could decide if it's going to be mandatory or not. So we'll see where that goes. Yes, A usually equals 1, yes. So I have this long theory. What I mean by long is, well, it's a theory, a prediction, whatever you want to call it. But I think 2033, which is 13 years from now and 12 years when we get to, let me see, 2021. Yeah. So from now to 2033 it would be 13 years, then 2021 would be 12 years. I have this theory that around 2033 we're going to get that major, I guess you can say, alien invasion or alien revelation. Roswell, it's on the 33rd parallel. So, and Jesus supposedly died at 33. So 2033 would be 2000, I mean, would be exactly 2000 years since he supposedly died. And he did kind of hint that he wasn't from this planet. So whether he's going to call himself Jesus or something else, but I have a big feeling 2033 they're going to pull off some type of biblical or alien thing, whether it's real aliens or it's gonna be, humans pretending to be aliens. I don't know, but I think we're getting close to that event. If you're talking about the vaccine, then yeah, most likely everybody's just sitting and waiting to see what's gonna happen. And I don't know how many people are actually gonna fight when it's at their doorstep. A lot of people act tough, and you know, when it comes down to it, then they just get scared. And I'm not trying to make fun of anybody. I don't know how I'm gonna react, but it's the truth. We could say all we want, but when they're knocking at your door, when the military's at your door, or when they tell you you can't work, you know, people start having second second opinions on what to do. Now, one thing that I also learned about 33 that I didn't know earlier is that it was the 33rd president of the United States that launched the two nuclear bombs on Japan. So yeah, can't get any more obvious than that. I'm gonna give you this little snippet. I am gonna talk about it further in another episode. I'm not sure when, and I'll probably even read some of the book, like do like an audio book, basically. Try my best. Of this book I read recently, where it has to do with the age of Aquarius. And according to this person, the age of Aquarius, it's gonna officially start 2054. Now, one of my first videos, I was talking about the number 21 because they seem to like that number a lot. And that's when I read the book and I said, well, what's 2054 minus 2033? It's 21, by the way. So, to me, that's further proof that 2033, they're gonna pull off a big psyop, probably the biggest that they've ever done. What are the exact details? I'm not sure yet. So yeah, you got their two most favorite numbers, which is 13 and 33. So, like I said earlier, if you get 2021 and you count up to 2033, you get, sorry, if you count 2020 to 2023, you get 13. And we have to start by 2020 because this is when this whole thing really kicked off. And I want to say full gear. We've been heading in this direction for a long time, but If it hasn't been obvious, 2020 is the year where they really trying to speed the process up. So 2020 to 2033 is 13 years, and then from 2033 to 2054 is 21. We'll see if I'm right, even though it's 13 years away. If I even have a YouTube channel, or if I'm even still around, if I'm even still alive. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I definitely think something big's gonna happen. Now, also, we've heard of Agenda 2030. So if you subtract 2054, which is, according to one theory, when Age of Aquarius starts, that's 2030, which is supposedly the finalized, or when they want to have most of Agenda 21 ready by, you get 24. 24 is very important because there's 24 hours in a day. It's also 12 plus 12. It's also 6 times 4. Also, if you add 2 plus 4, give me a second, I'm trying to put it on the screen. 2 plus 4 is 6, which is the number of man. But then if you multiply 2 times 4, two times 4, you get 8. Sorry about that. Which is the number of infinity. So to me, that means man turning immortal, or immortal man, which is their end goal. Their end goal is try to make humanity immortal. Now, not all 7 billion of us, obviously, a way smaller, more manageable number. Sorry, Bright. I don't know what you're talking about, my friend. My next live stream, I'm not sure when it's gonna be. Just keep checking my channel often. And my next live stream, I'm gonna have an open panel, and it's probably gonna be the last live stream for a few weeks, cause I'm gonna be busy with some personal things, so I might not be uploading for 2 weeks. So yeah, sometime next week I'm gonna do an open panel. So whoever wants to come talk with me and just talk about whatever, please come on. And then I'm gonna take a 2 to 3 week break. And yeah, I'm talking about the show Lost. Anyways, guys, does anybody have any questions, any comments, anything you want to share that's going on in your area? Any ideas, any theories, anything at all? Okay, I'm not saying any comments or questions or anything in the chat. So I'm about to. Yeah, I hear you, Suzanne. Definitely same crap, different day. But let's see. Let's see what happens. I still have some hope. Finally seeing some people start protesting the lockdowns and stuff like that in the United States, which is a good sign. Because throughout this whole thing, it's just been BLM, BLM, Antifa. So I'm happy to see some people standing up. Hopefully, it keeps getting stronger here and globally. You know, I still got some faith in that. All right, all of y'all. I love you and be safe. Try to find happiness. Try to find something to keep you entertained, something to keep your spirits up. I try to do that. I've been very recently just all day, every day on the news, but these last few days I've been trying to make music, play some games, watch some TV. I know it's all pretty much poison, but you can't be 24 hours on the news. It's not gonna do any favors. Probably in these 2 weeks that I have off, I might try to meditate and just try to keep my mind off the negativity for a little bit. Well, I don't care if it gets worse as long as it gets better. Yeah, I've noticed that. Like in these last few days, it almost felt weird not thinking about all that's going on. It's like I forgot how to be. I don't know if normal is the right word, but I forgot how to just enjoy life. So I'm gonna try to do it as much as I can because I know from here on it's just gonna be like back after back after back stress and psyops and fear mongering and because that's all they want to do. They want to get you all confused. So I know it's coming. And I know it's gonna be hard to keep your mind off what's going on around you. But if you ever get a few minutes, an hour, or a day where you could manage to not focus on it, it's a good day. It really is. I almost forgot how good it is to just have fun. All right, I'm gonna go. I was just gonna do this video quickly. Gonna just chill with my family for a little bit. They're outside talking and stuff, so gonna hang out with them for a little bit. And like I said, I'll probably do a stream next week. So yeah, check my channel, check the notifications. I would love it if you guys get on, at least one or two of you, and have a good conversation before I take my 2 to 3 week break. All right, guys, take care, be love, share love, be truth.